Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Zamsky. I'm back with another episode, and today we are going to be talking about Lithuania and Lithuanian women. So, the backstory on this is that back in the spring of 2017, I went across the Baltic countries and I passed by Lithuania after I got on the Polski bus on Warsaw. Well, actually, no, not the Polski bus. It's called Lux Express, which is something that I highly recommend you guys use if you guys are going to go to Poland and you guys are curious and you want to go up to the Baltics. I recommend that you guys use Lux Express. It's basically a luxury bus service that takes you from Poland to Lithuania to Latvia and on to Estonia if you guys are so keen. But anyways, today we're going to talk about Vilnius, Lithuania, because of all the Baltic countries, it is definitely the best city in all of the Baltics. Mainly because it's the least popular one, and therefore of all the capital cities on the Baltics, it is the least touristic. So you as an Asian guy definitely stand out a lot. That's one of the things that I noticed when I was going to Vilnius in Lithuania and going to the bars and the restaurants and just all around town. I noticed that there's just not a lot of Asians. So a little thing about Lithuania is that of all the Baltic countries, it has the most amount of population at around 1.3 million or something like that. And a lot of the population are situated in the capital city, Vilnius. And in the spring of 2017, I got to visit that city and I went around the nightclubs, the restaurants, to check out what the city is all about. So today, I'm basically here to give you guys some tips. So let's start off with the women of Vilnius. I would first foremost and say that I think that comparing between Poland and Lithuania, I would say that Lithuanians are a bit, half a point higher on average than Poland, and you being an Asian dude is a bit more exotic there than in Poland. So one of the things that Lithuanian women also like is that if you guys are a bit darker as well. I know that I was with some dudes who were from Turkey, and the Lithuanian women, they kind of like that because they like that darker complexion. They like that dark meat, So if you are if you're like a darker guy, then Vilnius is the place for you. And I mean, like I said, Asians don't really go out to Vilnius all that much, so you do stand out, and that'll help you. So I want to talk about the places that registers in my mind when I think about Vilnius, because there were two that were quite popular. Well, three. So the first one is called Labira Pub, and what I came to find out is that this is like the one place that is like always popping, like almost basically every day of the week. Well, the one that will be the most popping is basically where a lot of like the Lithuanian women who are interested in foreigners, that's where they basically go to. So every day that I was out there in Vilnius, I was there for 7 days. That was the place that I went to. And guys, I kid you not, man, when I was there, I was just sitting and chilling by myself doing a solo night out, and I was just having some beer by myself sitting on my table, and I kid you not, this decent looking Lithuanian woman, she went out of her way to grab a drink and then literally sit herself right next to me so that I can start talking to her. I can tell that she was kind of nervous and that she was kind of hoping that I would talk to her. And so I was like, of course, I wasn't a pussy. So I started asking about what type of beer she had and all that bullshit. And a conversation ensued. Obviously, she was very, very receptive, and we started chatting away. But unfortunately, what happened was that as the conversation went on, she found out that I was just like a tourist passing through the city. So as soon as I told her that, she basically lost all interest and then just went on through the night with her friends. So that kind of sucked. But overall, though, that was a pretty cool experience. I mean, getting approached by a decent looking Lithuanian girl, hey man, that's not a bad day. It's not a bad way to start the night. Another place that I also went to, it was called Pabo Latino. That is something that you guys can check out as well, because it's basically a bit of more older crowd, and it's a lot of MILFs that goes there. A lot of Lithuanian MILFs. So if you guys are into that type of thing, then that place is the place for you. Oh, another thing is what I want to talk about is that all the places that I went to, I found that the Lithuanian women are hella receptive to Asian guys. I mean, I never experienced a harsh blowout. I never felt like I was, straight up discriminated just because I was an Asian dude. Matter of fact, I got good reception because I was an Asian guy. So that's one thing to keep in mind. No matter where I went, no matter what bars or restaurant clubs or whatever that I went to. So the other place that you will most likely go to when you guys go to Vilnius is this place called Silento nightclub. And this is what I like to call amateur hour, because this is kind of like an after hour place when all the other bars and clubs or whatever, they start to die down, and then they go there. And this is where it kind of gets a little rough around the edges. Everybody's drunk and just, they're trying to, every dude who is drunk, they finally got drunk enough to make some moves, because all the inhibitions from the alcohol started to kick in, and so it getting a little rowdy. I mean, I was just like making approaches left and right here and there, trying to grab onto anything that looked halfway decent. And luckily for me, I managed to like talk up a decent looking tall Lithuanian girl on the dance floor, and we started dancing, making out, doing all that stuff. So that was a very, very good night. So another thing that I want to talk about Vilnius and Lithuania is that they don't have their own currency. They use the euro. So I found that in comparison to Poland, it was actually a bit more expensive in Lithuania. So like a beer, half a liter of a beer would be like 3 euros, and like the cheapest meal that I could find was around 5 euros. So it was actually not really that cheap. Well, I guess it's cheap, it's all relative, but in comparison to, say, Poland, it was a bit more expensive. Other than that, in Vilnius, instead of just like, partying, going out, generally having a good time, there are other things to do, but it's not really out of this world crazy. Like you can do like free walking tours around the city. You can work out at some of their outside gyms, but other than that, it's a very quiet capital city, and there isn't really a lot to do. So I was there for around 7 days. I kind of felt like it was more than enough. The novelty of it started wearing off after around 7 days, and I moved on after those 7 days were up. But overall, if you're just trying to have a weekend fun, I would recommend going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then peacing out on Sunday. And yeah, I would say that it was a pretty fun times out there in Lithuania, and I would recommend it to Asian guys, all my Asian broskies out there. Anyways, I hope that you guys like this episode. If you like this episode, consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the bell icon. Give me a thumbs up so that I can give you guys more information on places in Europe where it's good for Asian guys to go for some traveling, for some dating, and just general having fun. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.